Hey everybody, it's Holly, and I'm going to do a video response for the spiritual emergence and emergency discussion. Christian, Stephanie, and Megan, and Alexander, I thought you guys did an amazing job. What a incredibly pertinent topic of these times, and I couldn't decide which question I wanted to respond to, because gosh, I love CIIS for the transformative qualities it's giving me in making sense of my own journey. And I feel like my transformation has definitely had qualities of spiritual emergence. And like Ken Wilber said, and Christian pointed out, too many people identified as psychotic are obviously experiencing a spiritual emergence, with the particular of these crises urgently requiring more exploration, including their correlation with addictions and depression and anxieties. And after this week's curriculum, it made me really look back and reflect on my journey through my addictions, my anxieties, my depressions, and then my deep connection with spirituality. And for me, when I got out of high school, I had gotten involved with drugs and alcohol in high school. I developed an eating disorder, went to college, and for the first time was recognizing that something was wrong. And then I was labeled depressive, so I got on medication for depression. And like Christian, it's been through a span. This spiritual emergence, I have had like particular situations which I talked about, like my Kundalini awakenings through some of this going on. But for me, I remember when I first went to treatment, and doctors would tell me that, alcoholism is in the family, and it's a genetic disease, and depression is as well, and eating disorders as well. Like my mom and dad had issues with overeating, and so these things were definitely in my family line. Today, I don't buy into this idea that it's in your family line. This is who it is. You have to take medication, and it's the only way. I had to go through, like Christian, over 20 years of having these experiences, these emergences, these transformations, these knowings. And then I can go back to what Christian always talked about, the qualities of a spiritual emergence. So as I was going through my healing, and I stopped using drugs and using alcohol and using food, that's when the real emergence started to happen, because I had to find a new way. And I would have these spiritual experiences and these knowings that were ineffable, that were transient, that were passivity. So all these things, even though I was, doing some of the healing in the traditional therapeutic and AA, I also had these other insights within me, these experiences. And I went through some of the deepest, darkest moments completely sober. And like Christian, I had to heal. And I remember, like, when I got into college and still living in Wisconsin, and something like told me, I have to get out of here. I grew up in a small town, and I just had this knowing that, like, there's more to the world than this. I tried to following my dad's footsteps and study business, and because I had no idea. But there was always this deeper knowing inside of me. And so I want to keep it short. And so I'm brought into today, where because of my education at CIIS, I've been able to make sense and kind of lock in this idea that I always knew, that there's something else in there that need to be healed, that why I was on this journey of such pain and depression and sorrow and anger and all these things that been held into my body for so long, over time. And now we're brought into today with this experience going on. And because of my training, my healing, my emergence, my transformation, I'm able to deal with this situation that's going on with a knowing that we are awakening. And throughout my my journey, and through my musical healing with fish, and these messages and these downloads and the healing that I've done there, and in other areas, yoga, holistic healing, all this stuff that I've been studying over the past years, now I'm able to show up to this experience with a knowing that even through the shitty thing that's happening with this virus, knowing that we're wakening up to something new. And I can share that here, and I'm learning how to share that with the world, because I believe that's my purpose. My purpose here is to be in that alignment with who I am, with these experiencing this emergent, this transformation is a hard thing to do. And I even had this I fully awoken. That's kind of like my new hashtag. The business that I want to start someday, that I am in the process of starting, this like coaching business, and using all the learnings, the knowings, these things that are me, and bringing that to the world. And so I'm super grateful to even be here in this moment, taking this information and giving a little bit more language to it, and to just allow things to open up as they are. And so with this situation in the world today, and my own experiences with spirituality and Kundalini awakenings and spiritual crisis and spiritual emergence and dark night of the soul, all these experiences, and then with my own trauma and depression and therapy, and it's just like it all is me. It's all my experience, and it's worthy. I am worthy today, where before my spiritual emergences and that timeline of different things happening, I didn't feel worthy. And so that's a little bit of my experience, and I'm so grateful to be able to share it with you all. Thank you for the wonderful information. Thank you for being a witness to my journey. I love you all.